And action!
All I needed from the shops on Tuesday was coffee and disinfectant. That's all. I mean, I could have stayed in all day if I wanted to. I thought, to hell with it. I had a quick swill, as my dad used to call it, a light face wash. I made an effort, as they say. The postman had forgot to close the gate again. I was worried that the local drug dealer's dog might either A, shit all over the garden, or B, stuff his fat, hideous head through the cat flap and torment my cat. Anyway, so I climbed into my weary trousers, put my slippers on and went out to shut it. Lazy bastard. Anyway, I came back in and I tried to watch a bit of the news on telly. Israel was still bombing Gaza and had been a strategic, if slightly superficial, cabinet reshuffle. I felt tired again. So I went and laid on the bed. I read a pamphlet called Why Jesus Had to Die. And I fell asleep. And then he walked in with his mug of coffee, smiling like a cat. Do cats smile? I've never seen a cat smile. They must smile inwardly, because I've never seen them smile with their face. They must get happy at some time. Cats. I've seen a dog smile, but never a cat. It's weird, that, isn't it? A happy cat or a sad cat. How do you tell the difference between a happy cat and a sad cat? I must have been dreaming. By the time I got out of the house, the weather was boiling. I had to wait nearly 40 minutes for a number 4. Collector's item of a bus. At least it wasn't raining, I surmised. I entered the bus after it spat out nearly 3/4 of the passengers at this stop. It was like a veritable exodus. When the driver was satisfied with my pass, I went to sit down and noticed that smell you get on buses when half the people suddenly evacuate. It stunk of a combination of despair, fetid body odour and tangible anxiety. I sat down, half catapulted by the driver strategically pulling away, just as I was reaching for the handrail. I slumped into my seat, then I immediately noticed, with my peripheral vision, a complete nutter to my left. I didn't want to make actual eye contact with him, in case I got mistaken for a sympathiser. You know what these nutters are like. Once you start talking to them, you never get away. They follow you all around town. Met that once. It's called Tom Wilson. Complete nutter. Anyway, the bus spat out most of its remains at the terminal terminus as the driver got out and paced up and down, sucking on his electric cigarette, trying to call his premium rate ex-girlfriend. I began to negate the shopping area and scale the superficial lay of the land, or the land of the superficial lay. It's not quite a precinct, but amounts to a cluster of odd shops and public amenities. Gaggles of elderly people over here and indignant teenagers scratching for ideas over there. First, I blazed a trail for the service wash. For some inexplicable reason, they charge you extra for ironing your bloody own clothes. It's ridiculous. I prefer to wear them creased and corrugated rather than mess about and pay people to do me bloody ironing. The creases come out eventually, just like ambition fades in a prisoner's heart. They were pushing raffle tickets in the dry cleaners whilst I was waiting for my orange bag to surface. It was the old hard sell. Kids dying of cancer. A good cause, they stressed. I still declined. Next, my mind was set on some exciting flexible disinfectant. Oh, I was spoilt for choice in this wonderful discount store. So I ended up amassing 4 different flavours. They say not to mix one's drinks, but I do tend to experiment a bit with my disinfectants, like Baron von Frankenstein. with the gentle aroma of garlands and bouquet of sandalwood. Though I was excited about the disinfectant. I couldn't wait to get home and take it out of the box and mix up some enduring concoctions. I like to prepare my disinfectant in a spray bottle. I collect these, empty ones, and I mix it with a dash of warm water. I spray my mattress back and front, up and down and side to side. It kills off all those lingering, persistent memories and chases off ghosts who have outstayed their welcomes. In fact, some ghosts are memories, and some memories are ghosts, all dressed up with no love to spook. Then I marched down to the local co-op store and purchased not one, but two very large jars of very decent tasting classy coffee. The kind that has that really heavy aroma. I think I saved about £7 on the deal actually, so it was worth the hassle of marching down there. Anyway, after sauntering back, my leg was giving me some jip by this time, I decided to sit on a bench under a tree just near the fruit and veg display. I actually started to write this piece of crap, whatever you call it, and blow me down. Before I knew it, I had two money spiders running about creating havoc on my head. The sneaky buggers must have been bungee jumping on unsuspecting humans out of that small tree. Oh, I do hate that weird feeling you get when you've got web all over your face. You just can't seem to get it off, but you can feel it and it unnerves you like hell. To be honest with you, I don't know why they call them money spiders. They never paid me any money for being a human taxi, ferrying them around town and at times taking them right across entire cities, no doubt. And have you noticed how much good press they get compared to, say, slugs and earwigs and even ants? Yet to me, these so-called money spiders are nothing more than ants who use homemade rope to get around with. Anyway, let me cringe. After I'd brushed them off with a gyrating shimmy, I think people walking past must have thought it was some kind of new street dance. I sat there a little while longer, burning in the midday sun, waiting for inspiration. When I'd finished drooling over these two beautiful young black girls strutting by, wearing rather alarmingly tight shorts, I picked up my shopping bags and started trundling back towards the bus stop. I noticed that Diane's alterations business had been bought by someone. They made an extra doorway where there previously wasn't one. Oh, Diane had wonderfully huge tits. Made a good living out of sewing and repairing other people's clothes. I expect she's somewhere like Spain or Egypt right now, getting shafted and tanned in equal measure. And why not? Good for her. As I got to the corner, I could just see this bus clambering round the roundabout as I arrived, almost all synchronistical like. The driver quite resembled a poor man's Brian Jones. It was none other than Mark the Fat Tart. Mark the Fat Tart was one of the few Yorkshiremen, born and bred like, who actually supported Spurs. Tottenham Hotspurs, that is. And that's a whole different story again.